You start playing, we'll start singing, and they'll sit down.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Off. Let's see, where are we? Echoes?
Yes, we need that.
Of course. Sorry. Whenever you want.
Good evening and good Shabbos.
Welcome to Sisterhood Shabbat, celebrating the women of Temple Kol Emeth, the women of Reform Judaism of Temple Kol Emeth. It's going to be a fun evening, a participatory evening. You'll hear some new music, some things you're familiar with. There are several women composers involved in this. And we will celebrate our board, our new board, and install our new board. I do want to tell you that Rabbi Cernovitz, who really wanted to be with us tonight, but he is part of the new cohort of Leadership Atlanta, and their opening retreat is this weekend, and it is mandatory if you want to participate in the program. He did call Debbie earlier today. He called me earlier today to wish Debbie congratulations on her installation, and for me to tell all of you how much he's sorry he can't be here, and wish well to the women who do so much for our congregation, and in particular the board that's being installed tonight. Before we get started, please take out these devices. I know you all have them, and turn them off, or at least silence them. Thank you. And for those who were at dinner, I am going to answer the burning question. The challah was, in fact, from Publix on Woodlawn. There you go. Blake.
We begin tonight with Hine Matov. If you need the words.
Oh, I don't have a prayer book.
Roughly page 10.
Wait a minute. I don't have a prayer book. I'll walk up the hall. Hine Matov. Umanayim sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim sheberachim gam yachad.
Hine matov umanayim sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim sheberachim gam yachad. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is to be together on this day.
How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day.
Hine matov umanayim sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim sheberachim gam yachad.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem,
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem.
Hine matov
Umanayim sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim sheberachim gam yachad. So, welcome to Sisterhood Shabbat. It is so wonderful to be together again on this day, in person, live, for a wonderful celebration of the women of Temple Kol Emeth. For those who I have not met, I am Blair Marks, a member of the congregation, and somehow, by virtue of having been president of Women of Reform Judaism, here I am leading the installation tonight. So there you go. Enjoy the service, sing, dance. You can feel free to get up in the aisles if the mood strikes you, which it may at some point tonight. I do want to tell you that our women's group, the Temple Kol Emeth Women of Reform Judaism, is part of a North American and actually a global organization, Women of Reform Judaism, which is a network that works together to empower women and communities through the bonds of sisterhood, spirituality, and social justice. So for those not as familiar with it, WRJ cultivates sisterhood, empowering Reform Jewish women to find strength, joy, and connection in their communities. WRJ inspires spiritual growth by enriching contemporary life with Jewish rituals, traditions, culture, and opportunities for lifelong learning. And leading with the principle of Tikkun Olam, WRJ mobilizes collective action on a variety of causes to create a more just and compassionate world for people of all backgrounds and identities. WRJ supports women's leadership development, NIFTY and other youth programs, the education of Reform rabbis and cantors globally, diversity, equity, inclusion, and social justice work, both in North America and in Israel. TKE women have been actively involved at both the Southeast District and North American levels, and Cheryl Raskin-Hood, who's with us tonight, has been one of the district presidents of WRJ. Our sisterhood is known in the world in the Reform Jewish world, so be very proud of the women of our congregation. We will hear tonight from many of our incoming officers, outgoing officers, and committee chairs during the service, and we're going to start with a special reading for Sisterhood Shabbat. Candy, Paula, and Carolyn, will you come up, please? It's good. They're even bringing the reading with them. I love it. Who's up first? There you go, ma'am.
I'm here first.
All right.
Hi. On this Sisterhood Shabbat, we thank you, O God, for the joys of the past, for the friendships created, and the accomplishments achieved. Like a tapestry,
Closer to your mouth.
like a tapestry, the work of our minds, hearts, and hands stand before us. We thank you, God, for helping us to fulfill a need, support a cause, extend a warm hand to a stranger. Together we have learned, worked, and rejoiced, always growing, always changing. Thank you, God, for our diversity and our ability to come together for the common good of our congregation and our community.
We are grateful for our loved ones who support us and understand the significance of the contribution we make. As we look to the future, grant us strength and energy to persevere in the work we do. When we are weary with the daily demands of the busy world in which we live, help us to find the time and the desire to contribute to the well-being of others. Help us to stand back for a moment and appreciate the larger picture, and implant within us the drive to enhance the beautiful world which you have created for us.
Grant us, O God, the imagination, creativity, and vision to approach each task with freshness and enthusiasm. Awaken in us the sensitivity to identify needs of those who might not ask for help, and prompt us to respond quickly to those who cry out in need. Grant us courage to lend our voices in working towards truth, justice, and peace in our world. As a silver thread is carefully woven through a precious cloth, help us as a group to continue weaving our tapestry of mitzvot. And as we celebrate this special moment, O God, be with us, bless us, strengthen us, guide our footsteps as we continue on our journey.
Amen. Thank you. And that was from the WRJ publication, Covenant of the Soul, which was written by the prayer was written by Carol Walker of Vancouver. It is now my distinct pleasure to invite all of the past presidents of Temple Kol Emeth's Women of Reform Judaism to come up and light our Shabbat candles. And I'm going to read the list while they make their way down here. Shauna Oxsmith, Linda Bowman, so glad you're back with us. Carol Schussman, Robin Goldberg, Laura Jacoby, Debbie Edelman, Dina Youngworth, Susan Eisen, Cheryl Gurney, Paula Tannenbaum, Susie Cohen, Cheryl Bleckner, Mindy Mitchell, Sandy Hendrick, Janet Brooks, Pam Lowe, Tracy Brabant, Sandy Gansell, Cheryl Raskin Hood, Karen Parker, Wendy Versosa, Amy Sweet, Elise Schaefer, and Vivian Brostoff, who is going to officially hand over the mic, and Rachel Barrett.
Is there anyone left?
There you go.
Oh, hear my prayer I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say, Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say, Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotah, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you for all you've done for Kol Emeth, and you may be seated later. You get to come back. Yeah, you get to come back. It's good. It's good. Okay. Where are we? L'chadodi.
Yes. Continue on page 20 with L'chadodi. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, Ishmi'anu el hamichad, Adonai echad shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'li tchila. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat mechuven elcha, Kiki mekor haveracha, Erosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'mashavat techila. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Itorari, Itorari, Kiva ore kumi uri, 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 Shidaberi, Kivod Adonai, Hayek Nigla. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
And we rise and face the doors. Welcome the Sabbath bride.
Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala, Gam b'simcha v'tzola, Toch emunei ha'segula, Boi chala, Boi chala. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. See, some of you have retrained yourselves to just stay standing.
Because it's time for the Reader's Kaddish on page 26.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'yama divracharute, yamlik malchute, b'chayechon ev'yomechon, uv'chayedechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, v'meru, amen. Yesh me'rabba mevorach, le'olam ol me'omaya, yitzbarach, yitzbarach, v'yishtabat, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemir kudesha brichu, le'olomim kol brachata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran v'yoma, v'meru, amen.
And the Barchu on page 28.
Baruch hu et Adonai, Hamivorach. Baruch Adonai, Hamivorach, le'olam va'ed.
We now invite Lara Saltzman up to lead us in the reading that is on page 31. Grab that microphone. Bottom of page 31.
This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sisters, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it, we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sisters, or cross over? Berkat Adonai, Hamarav Aravim.
And stay standing. It's a long stand. It's good. Standing is good. Page 34, the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
And straight into the V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam ba'am v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha b'derech u'shoftecha uvkumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yodecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'elokechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim li'od lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Please be seated and standing, and the microphone's right there. This reading is at the top of page 39.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we
We still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that a winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get there from here to there except by joining hands and marching together.
Thank you, Sandy. Is it in the book?
Yeah, it's 2 something.
One moment, please. We're checking a page number.
Here, I'll tell you.
You're good. No, you can hang around up here for a minute. Yeah. Have you got it?
You can find Miriam's song on page 342.
Thank you. I don't know how I... Miriam's song and the Micha Mocha. You know that business about the mood strikes you, you want to dance? Now's the time.
And the women dancing with their timbrels.
1, 2,
followed
3,
Miriam
4.
as she sang her song. Sing a song, the one who we've exalted. Miriam and the women dance all night long. And Miriam, the weaver of unique variety, the tapestry she wove was one which sang her history. With every thread and every thread she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit as she dances toward the light.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song, the one who we've exalted.
Miriam and the women dance the whole night long.
When Miriam stood upon the shore and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song, the one whom we've exalted.
Miriam and the women dance the whole night long.
And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song, she sang with praise and might. We just lived through a miracle, we're gonna dance tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song, the one who we've exalted. Miriam and the women dance the whole night long. Micha mocha ba'eli Madonai, Micha mocha ne'eda b'kodesh, Nora tehilot, O Seif Elef, Nora tehilot, O Seif Elef.
Woo! Okay, that's your aerobic workout for the evening, too. There you go. There's your prayer book. And Karen Manley, where are you? Karen Manley. Come on down, that's right. You are the next contestant on This is Sisterhood Shabbat. And this reading is at the top of page 43 for everyone else. And grab that microphone.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will.
Baruch atah Adonai haparei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Thank you, Karen. And the Vishamru on page 44. What are we doing tonight?
Debbie Frieda,
Of course.
so we can harmonize.
Of course. There we go. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. Asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam. Berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael odi oti leolam. Reuvenei Israel et Shabbat. Asod et Shabbat ledorotam. Berit olam b'nei Reuven b'nei Israel oti leolam. Oti leolam. Oti leolam. Please rise for the tefillah on page 46.
Adonai, sifatai tiftachu fi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ahel Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imachot, U'mevii Gula Lifnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo V'Yahava, Melech Oser Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah ra'ad Hoshia Mohid hatal. Mekalkel chayim b'chesed, Mechayeh hakol b'rachamim rabim. Zomech noflim v'rofech cholim, Umatir asurim, umekayim emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umidom melach, melech memit umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua. Ve'emanata v'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, v'chayei hakol. Atah kadosh, v'shimcha kadosh, U'doshim b'chol yom, Ya'alelu ha'selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, and your name is holy. Those who strive to be holy declare your glory day by day. Blessed is our God, blessed is the one, whole world ablaze with splendor. Atah kadosh, Atah kadosh, v'shimcha kadosh, Atah kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom, b'chol yom, Ya'alelu ha'selah,
You may be seated while Denise Jacobs makes her way up to lead us in our next reading, which is on page 59 at the top of the page.
Everybody's going to join me. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us, and for all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shimcha lecha na'er lahodot.
Thank you, Denise. Yeah, you can just put it right back there. Our thoughts now turn to those who are in need of healing, and we ask for God's blessing on Lisa Oppenheim, Ayel Ben Audrey, Ray Clark, Nancy Shallett, Max Gans, Elaine Bridges, Sherry Rosenblum, Kathy Rasnick, Lowell Morrow, Arthur Newman, Cindy Beaupre, Lisa Macklin, Marilyn Krasnoff, Judith Siegel, Esther Greenwald, Murray Perloff, Athena Pickett, Jill Shepard, Marlene Kaplan, Norman Rosenblatt, Barry Rosenblatt, Lori Sherman, Edith Eckber, Roberto Mabisher, Lee Sexton, Maxine Bucarelli, Gloria Goldsmith, Dr. Mary Watkins, Lisa Malice, Jane Jacobs, Annika Schwartz. Oh, those are relationships. Turn the page. Sorry. Philip Kaufman, Dee Singer, Kathleen Furch, Bruce Cohen, Helene Holtzman, Carol Silver, Tom Wizosinski, Lauren Friedman, Valerie Simmerman, Bob Luchisano, Donald Schaefer, Jerry Barrett, Patty Savage, Elliot Kirshner, Phyllis Mix, Dr. Tim Mooney, Greg Mosher, Isadore Cohen, Asha Patel, Dr. Bruce Fox, Ralph DiStito, Jessica Berkeley, Joyce Newman, Jack Wayman, Shelley Bitter, Al Justin, Melissa Smith, Debbie Singerman, Liz Lyman, Laura Jacoby, Richard Barker, Gordon Goldsmith, Layla Kaminer, Stephen Despens, Robert Corby, Clark Voskin, Sarah Berry, Debbie Rohan, Grace Miner, Lisa Prince-Rutsky, Aaron Hess-Fisher, Yarden Meyer Ben-Yitzhak, Blake Hull, Carter Silk, Marcia Levy, Ansley Levy, Gary Weisblatt, Nicole Aronson Silverman, Chuck Manley, Doris Cohen, Mary Tierney, Larry Bowman, Kathy LaRoe, Cindy Levine, Randy Rohan, Hannah Ross, Arnold Meyer, Carol Carolla, Mitch Earl, Sally Greenstein, Barry Dvorchak, Jack Mendel, Clyde Teasley, Terry Gross, Sarah Rose, and Jane Aronoff. And if there are any you hold in your heart and any names you want to add, I'll just turn to the congregation here and please just add them. And there was more over here.
You can find Misha Barak on 253.
253.
Misha Barak avotenu lekor habracha ve'imotenu, may the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Yisheberach imotenu v'kor habracha ve'avotenu
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say Amen. Please take some time for your own private prayers and meditations.
Adonai Suri Vikuali Adonai Suri Vikuali. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my Redeemer. Imrefi Egion Libi Lifanecha Adonai Suri Viguali Adonai Suri Viguali.
That version of Yehiyu Laratzon is by Alana Arian, for those who might wonder. So now, we're going to turn to the installation of our new sisterhood board. But we're going to start by calling forward Vivian Brostoff, the outgoing president of Women of Reform Judaism at Temple Kol Emeth. Come on, Viv. You're not going to need that quite yet. But we're going to get there. So Vivian, no, I got a speech for you. Okay, all right, ready? Okay. Vivian, you accepted the mantle of leadership willingly and have served in truly an extraordinary era, the era of COVID, which you could not have anticipated. Your care for the women of Temple Kol Emeth has been unwavering, and your calmness in the face of great challenge and a time of change has been inspiring. So congratulations from all of us on bringing us through this time. Your contributions, accomplishments, commitment, and wonderful sense of humor are recognized. And we are so, so thankful for your service. Toda Rabbah, may you always remember this experience fondly. I have some flowers for you. Hang on to those. I didn't bring a vase, though, but I think we can arrange for one. Now, you are officially discharged from your presidential responsibilities, but don't go anywhere. Stay up here. Yay. And now I ask the new president of Women of Reform Judaism at Temple Kol Emeth, Debbie Gaynor, please come forward. We are so lucky We are so blessed with women with so much talent and commitment. And so, come a little closer.
Yeah, on that side.
Yeah, there's a good, yeah, okay. Debbie, thank you for taking on the mantle of leadership, and know that your sisters are always going to be there to assist you and support you, lending a shoulder and a sympathetic ear whenever you need it, and cheering on your efforts as you move us steadily forward. You are taking on this responsibility during a continuing time of transition to our new normal, whatever that's going to be, and we know that your extraordinary talents and your energy will serve you and the women of TKE well as you meet this challenge. Now, I'm going to ask a whole lot of women to come up here and join you at this point. I'm asking the incoming WRJ TKE officers and chairs to come forward as I call your name. And folks, if you thought we cleared the pews with the past presidents, just wait. Some of the women could not be here tonight. I'm still going to name all of them and install them in absentia. So our Executive Vice President is Lori Corley, Treasurer Abby Normal, Recording Secretary Lara Saltzman, Communications Secretary Elise Schaefer, the Vice Presidents of Fundraising Karen Manley and Paula Wilson, the Vice President of Membership Candy Haney, Vice President of Ritual Lisa Malice. Lisa, I bet you're watching. We miss you. Feel better. The Vice President of Social Action, Sandy Hendler. The Director of Membership, Arlene Mix. I'm the Lador Vidor trustee. Immediate past president, that would be Viv, and our parliamentarian, Cheryl Raskin Hood. And to this group, we're going to now add our committee chairs, Lenny Gochman, Addie Schneider, Denise Jacobs, Cheryl Gurney, Alicia Graves, Debbie Bethay, Carolyn Ray, Amy Sweet, Rachel Barrich, Denise Jacobs, Jane Corby, Kathy Keston, Ellen Cooper, Susan Eisen, Cheryl Raskin Hood, Terry Singer, Sandy Gansell, and Marcia Zimmerman. And I will also tell you that some of the officers also chair programs and activities. So this is really remarkable. I will tell you that this is not what you see at every congregation, and we are incredibly, incredibly fortunate to have this group of women caring about Temple Kol Emeth, and I'm stalling until they get those pieces of paper all the way down to Susan Eisen. They're almost there. Okay, everybody got one? Okay. So if you all would please read together. Adonai.
Please give us wisdom to make the right decisions when it seems like there is no right decision, to choose the right direction when it feels like there is nowhere left to go. Give us the ability to see mystery in obvious, poetry in routine, a whole world in one child's stare, eternity in an instant, and global issues in everyday things. Give us moral strength to bring the divine back to this world.
Kenya Hiratzon. All right, it is my privilege and my delight as a past president of Women of Reform Judaism to declare you installed as the new board of Temple Kol Emeth, WRJ. Thank you all for volunteering. Thank you all for volunteering or perhaps having your arms twisted or however you landed up here. And Mazel Tov, and we're going to do a little congratulatory singing as you find your seats again, except you two have to stay here. You're not done yet. So, Blake.
Mazel tov, 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 Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulakol Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulakol Yisrael. Mazel tov, mazel tov, simon tov, simon tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simon tov, simon tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simon tov, Yehelanu.
All right, we're not done with the two of you yet. So, here, I want to start reading a note from Madeline Davidson, who is the president of the Southeast District of Women of Reform Judaism, and she says, Shabbat Shalom, my sisters. Mazel tov to Debbie, as you are installed as Sisterhood President this evening. May you have a wonderful term and accomplish all your goals, and most of all, have fun with it. Please remember that the district board is always here as a resource for you. And mazel tov also to you, Vivian, as you ascend to the most coveted position in the world of sisterhood, immediate past president. Congratulations on a job well done, and best wishes to both of you, as well as to the entire new board from Madeline and the entire district board, and she signs it with love and hugs. And then she sent me yet another note and said, I'm so glad you're doing this, which is wonderful. I know that we're a pin crowd, so some of you may have noticed that there are assorted pins being worn by women who are here tonight that represent different things, and if you want to ask, we'll tell you what all of them are, but there are two important pins we're going to exchange tonight, the president and past president's pins. And we are going to start with Debbie, if you would present past president's pin to Vivian, which is right there. Whatever you want to say.
First of all, you have to...
I'll do that while you talk. Yeah.
Thank you.
You got it.
So I am going to have big shoes to fill, Vivian. It's been a pleasure serving on the board for you the past 2 years. I look forward to your advice and for leaning on you when I need support. And I know that you're happy. Well, you did it again.
No, I didn't. Okay, I guess I did.
So obviously you have to be
There's
a
a trick to
child.
there's a trick to this. There you go.
It's
Okay,
child-proof.
there you go.
So I would like
It's at least Blair and Debbie proof. I don't know.
local president's pin. Where would you like it? I don't want to hurt you. Add to your beautiful collection of all pins.
It's wonderful. I have one more thing for you. And this is from Sarah Charney, the president of Women of Reform Judaism. Dear Vivian, thank you, Vivian, for your inspiring leadership and devoted service as president of the WRJ Temple Kol Emeth board. You are joining a cadre of accomplished women in your new role as immediate past president. Thank you for setting your women's group and your temple community on a solid path going forward. May you continue to find passion in all that you do. With all good wishes, Sarah. And that is for you. And, do I get a hug? Do I get a hug? All right, Debbie. I think we'll make it official now for you. And Vivian, we have a president's pin for you to present to Debbie. Got it? Can you get the back? She can get the back off that. She knows the trick. All right. Yay! And one more thing, dear Debbie, this also from Sarah Charney, president of WRJ. Incidentally, the first Canadian president of Women of Reform Judaism, for those who might need the answer to a trivia question sometime. Dear Debbie, Mazel Tov on your installation as president of the WRJ Temple Kol Emeth board. Thank you for saying yes and sharing your talents, wisdom, and energy with your special women's group and your beloved temple. I certainly hope that you find your experience as president of the WRJ TKE board to be meaningful, enriching, and fun. With all good wishes, Sarah Charney. Now, you will note that the word fun has been used by both the district, and it is fun. And for any of you who are not actively involved, first and foremost, we have fun. And hopefully you're getting a sense of that tonight. And Vivian, I believe you, yes, you have, yeah.
I have a few words to say to Debbie. I do have a few because I was told to make it fast. Debbie, it is my honor and pleasure to have presented you the WRJ President pin. This pin represents more than the word president because the responsibility has so many areas that you will lead so very competently. I know, along with our sisters, that you will be a fantastic president. You have a wonderful executive board, vice presidents, and chair ladies who support you 100%. And like Blair said, have fun.
And Debbie, you got to go get them? Okay. I'm a-stallin' again while Debbie goes to get her remarks that she's going to make in a second. And Lara's helping her out with there we go. Okay. You do need to use the mic so that everyone can hear you. Okay.
All right. Good evening and good Shabbos. Welcome. I am so happy to see everyone here tonight and honored that you came to our Shabbat service and installation. I want to personally thank Blair, Nancy, and all the committee members who brought tonight together, including a wonderful Shabbat dinner, an inspirational service, and I have no doubt an amazing oneg. I also want to thank Rabbi Cernowitz for his support to WRJ and appreciate his call this afternoon congratulating all our incoming board members. Before I begin, I would like to clarify on what I read in this week's TKE's weekly Tekiah, which states that you'll be hearing words of wisdom from me tonight. Well, I can assure you, you're going to definitely hear lots of words, maybe too many, but I cannot guarantee the wisdom. Now that we have that settled, we can begin. I want to start by introducing myself. My name is Debbie Gaynor, and I'm honored to be serving as Temple Kol Emeth's Women of Reform Judaism's president for the 2022-24 term. I have been a member of TKE for over 20 years, and while I know many of you, I would like to share a little about myself and some of my experiences. I was raised in the Northeast and lived in several states, including upstate New York, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania. I attended 3 high schools. In my senior year, my family moved to Greenville, South Carolina. I can always say I'm the wandering Jew. Even though I was raised in the Northeast, I lived in cities where Judaism was sparse. In 9th grade, I was the only Jewish student in my high school, and my religious school never topped 10 students. I believe this experience instilled in me a desire to become involved in Jewish activities, both social and learning. When it came to choosing a college, I wanted to experience a university with a larger Jewish population. Thus, I chose Adelphi University in New York. I was excited about the opportunity to become involved in Jewish student life, but most importantly, because the school offered a free scholarship to study abroad in Israel for a year. After graduating from Adelphi, I worked in New York as a registered nurse and pursued my pediatric nurse practitioner degree. Shortly afterwards, I met my husband, Mark, got married, moved to Brooklyn, and had my first child, Andrew. After residing in New York for 10 years, I realized that I truly was a small town girl at heart. So we decided to move out of New York. Mark and I chose to relocate to Atlanta for many reasons, but the main motivation was because it had a strong Jewish community. While living in Atlanta, I had my second son, Ryan, and 2 years later, my daughter, Jenna. All 3 of my children went to the JCC for preschool, and when it was time to start Sunday school, Mark and I discovered TKE. We shul shopped like a lot of people for several months by going to events and services at various synagogues, but we were drawn to the immediate hospitality and friendly inclusiveness that TKE offered. I quickly became involved in the religious school as a room mother and also taught religious school 2nd, 3rd, and 6th grade. I learned about WRJ, Women of Reform Judaism, and became a member. But I will admit, I wasn't very active at first. Eventually, I decided to give WRJ a shot and started to attend a few events. I quickly saw the close friendships of the women of WRJ, and I realized that I wanted to become a part of that. Over time, I became more involved. I volunteered for small jobs, which led to heading committees, and eventually to joining the WRJ board as parliamentarian, director of membership, treasurer, and now president. So, you may ask, what is WRJ at TKE? What will it do? What does it do? I'm glad you asked.
So Blair did a great job really describing before a lot what WRJ does, and mine's are really just a little brief synopsis. But WRJ represents the women of Temple Kol Emeth and embraces all gender identities. WRJ provides support and fundraising for Temple Kol Emeth and our community. We financially support Temple Kol Emeth's programs, youth, and religious school. We raise money, volunteer, and donate needed items to the community. WRJ promotes leadership opportunities and education. But most important, we have social events just for fun and amusement. I want to personally invite all of you to become a member of Temple Kol Emeth's Women of Reform Judaism. To join, you can go on to the TKE webpage, scroll over to Engage, click down to WRJ, and poof, you can become a member. It's that easy. And to make it even easier, we have membership forms in the lobby. So, you may be thinking, but WRJ is just not for me. My response is simple. WRJ can be whatever you want it or need it to be. It can help fulfill your Jewish identity. It can facilitate you in becoming more engaged at Temple Kol Emeth. It can lead to making new friendships. It can meet your social action needs. There are no limits on what Women of Reform Judaism can be for you. Your participation will continue to evolve our programming and events and assist us in meeting the needs of our members. I look forward to welcoming new and returning members and hope to get to know you soon. I would be remiss as the president if I did not mention upcoming events and programming. I will highlight a few and hope something will pique your interest. WRJ and Men's Club are co-sponsoring a breakfast for the back-to-school religious brunch and learning session with Rabbi Cerneritz on September 11th. Our Yes Fund recipient this year is Paula Wilson. Yay, Paula! We will be honoring Paula for her commitment to Women of Reform Judaism in Temple Kol Emeth with a lunch on September 18th. This will be hosted at TKE, and money will be raised for the YES Fund in her honor. YES is an acronym for Youth, Education, and Special Projects. Just a few examples of what this fund achieves are: it helps empower future leaders, foster development of Jewish clergy, and promotes social justice. Last year, WRJ at Temple Kol Emeth received the highest level of honor for YES Fund contributions in the Southeast District and was placed on the high honor roll, with just one other congregation from Florida. WRJ will be hosting a wine and cheese reception prior to Friday night services on September 16th. On October 15th, we will be co-sponsoring a lunch and learn with the Men's Club following Shabbat services. The topic of discussion will be how to engage debate women's reproductive rights through understanding Jewish text. We celebrate Rosh Chodesh, the women's celebration of the new moon, several times a year. The next event will actually happen this Sunday night here at TKE. We meet quarterly to discuss current women events from Lilith magazine articles. Women of Reform Judaism will be assisting Temple Kol Emeth during the high holidays by setting up and providing suites in the outdoor tent for the Oneg on Erev Rosh Hashanah. And yes, WRJ helps pay for that tent. We will soon be starting our Rosh Hashanah greeting card fundraiser. This is a great way to send TKE members good wishes for the new year. This is just a sample of what we have planned. Please check us out on Temple Kol Emeth's webpage. In conclusion, I want to wish everyone an upcoming, very sweet and good new year. L'Shana Tova V'Metuka. May this year only bring us happiness, health, and ease. And as you are leaving the sanctuary on Rosh Hashanah and are biting into your apple and honey, be reminded that this little bit of sweetness has been sponsored by members of Temple Kol Emeth's Women of Reform Judaism. Good evening and good Shabbos.
Good evening and good Shabbos. Yasha Koach. Okay, it's official, board members. You're installed. You're on the hook now. Where are we? Oh, hi, we have something interesting for you. As Women of Reform Judaism is over 100 years old. The organization was founded as the National Federation of Temple Sisterhoods in 1913. And as WRJ, it was renamed in the 90s, the Women of Reform Judaism, approached its centennial in 2013, members across North America were asked which of our texts spoke to them most clearly of the mission of WRJ. They selected Isaiah 117. I would ask you what it is, but you're all holding a piece of paper that tells you what it is. Learn to do good, seek justice, relieve the oppressed, uphold the orphan's rights, take up the widow's cause. Now, if you think about that, that's really amazing that that is what women across North America chose as what speaks to them most about the mission of WRJ. And the theme is echoed in this week's Torah portion, Re'eh, which calls us to acts of tzedakah, merging justice and charity. Beth Schaefer, who many of you know, set this text to music and created a new anthem for WRJ. You all have it in your handout, and it has one of the best lines ever in a song. I think you'll recognize it when we get to it.
About daughters? I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the line. It's wonderful. Sir. Mothers love and mothers hold, mothers shape the world we know. Mama, Ima mama. Mothers worry, mothers feel, mothers know too well what's real. Mama, Ima mama. And these are the things our mothers teach us. Lindu heitev, dirshu mishpat, ashru hamot, shiftu yatom, rivu almanah. Amen. Sisters laugh and sisters cry, sisters stand strong by and by. Sister, oh my sister. Sisters know you, sisters sense, sisters keep your precious secrets. Sister, oh my sister. And these are the things our sisters teach us. Limdu heitev, dirshu mishpat, ashru hamot, shiftu yatom, rivu almanah. Daughters wonder, daughters share, daughters make the whole world care. Daughter, precious daughter. Daughters push us, daughters sigh, daughters make us ask God why. Daughter, oldest daughter. And these are the things our daughters teach us. Lindu heitev, dirshu mishpat, ashru hamot, shiftu yatom, rivu almanah. Amen. Beth tells a great story about having written that when that text was selected, she was like, how am I going to write a song to this text? And she says she had the text taped up on her computer for weeks, months or something until it came to her. But anyway, it was fun. And Nancy this was actually recorded at a leadership conference with 150, 200 women. And this is how Beth was trying to get us to actually sing the correct notes. It was quite an adventure. Okay. We're getting serious again. What do you think?
For a moment.
For a moment. So we're going to turn to the Aleinu. I got the right pages here. 282.
Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekedu l'yotzer bereshit, shelo asana gedoye haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. Anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, bayom hahu. Yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, u'shemo, u'shemo echad. Please be seated. Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. And as we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, and of life and death. And if you are recognizing a yard site or you're in the 11-month period of mourning, please rise as I call your loved one's name. Morris Almaleh, Florence Beckerman, Martin Berger, Ron Hockeberg, Ross Capstein, Rebecca Levitsky, Lori Rose, Jesse Sheps, Jared Schaefer, Sender Weissman, Edith Rindner, Victoria Levy Stoltzberg, Yehuda Fadlan, Margaret Meehan, Irvin Wilson, Beverly Samuels, Richard Pinkyert, Mimi Poland Ferraro, Tanya Milstein Palmer, Gladys Mannheim, Doris Turkel, Stanley Goldberg, Fred Harrington, Lucille Cohen, Ben Rothfeder, Harriet Daniels, Joseph Goldman, Cecile Wolford Godelski, Barbara Markowitz, Hal Lieberman, Michael Cohen, Fred Fine, Stacy Hill, Robert Weiss, Donnie Price, Harry Mix, Marvin Abish, Don Lemberg, Stuart Voskin, Mel Gordon, Mark Stiller, Howie Levner, Jack Zabar, Paul Graboff, Evelyn Hausman Morris, Evelyn Gross, and Raymond Lawrence, cousin of Linda Bowman, who has just passed away. Yitkadal, please, everyone else rise. Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Shmei Rabbah. Amen.
Yalma Divra Hirte, Yamlech Malchute, B'chayechon V'yomechon, U'chaye D'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agalav Yizman Kariv Vimru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Lo Me'el Maya, Yitbarach V'yishtabat, Yitbar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar V'yitale V'yitalal, Shemei D'Kudusha B'richu, Elam Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tush B'chata V'nechemata, Damiran B'yalma V'imru. Amen. Yesh Lama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael, V'imru. Amen. Ose Shalom B'mrama, Huya Ase Shalom, Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael, V'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send blessing to all who mourn and comfort all who are bereaved. You may be seated. We're going to have a little more fun. We're going to recognize folks who are here who have an anniversary in August. So if you have an August anniversary, come on down. No one in this room was married in August. Past anniversaries. Oh, wait. They're getting honest. Here they come. Wait, anyone else? Any more?
Who's
August?
willing to admit? Come on.
You almost forgot? Is that what you?
I did.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and stand with them.
It's like gone by. Okay.
Yeah.
So if, Bill, if you'll just grab the microphone and tell us who you are and how many years. Do you know? Wait a minute. Do you want us to do the math for you?
No, he knows.
Oh, okay. All right.
3 years.
And who are you? Who are you people?
Bill Hood.
You're Bill Hood.
Of Cheryl West.
The wife of Cheryl.
You want to hold that microphone up here? Come on. It is working if you, yeah. Mhm. Okay. You good?
That's right.
33 years.
And normally my husband's the one to remember, but I just asked him, and he told us we were married 19 years this month, and I'm Lara Salzman, and my husband is Jason, who can't be here tonight.
So Mazel Tov, Blake, you've got a blessing for these folks, I believe.
Sure. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. Yair Adonai panav elecha liasem lecha shalom. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace.
Happy anniversary. Mazel Tov. And, oh, announcements. What would Shabbat be without announcements? Nosh Fest needs you. Okay, this is, I don't know who, oh wait, Nosh Fest is next weekend?
It is. All weekend.
My gosh. We still have a lot of open volunteer slots to fill. Go to kolemeth.net, Noshfest, and click on volunteers on the left to sign up for your shift, or we may station somebody by the door and not let you leave till you sign up. Hopefully you saw the announcement of the launch of the TKE Center for Jewish Life and Learning. Through the center, we'll offer an array of different learning opportunities for adults, regardless of background or Jewish knowledge. And the first 2 courses are kicking off on Sunday, September 11th. Again, kolemeth.net/CJLL to learn more and register. WRJ's Yes Fund Luncheon, which you've already heard, we're honoring Paula Wilson Sunday, September 18th at 1:30 p.m. And we've told you about the Yes Fund. But to RSVP for that, kolemeth.net. That link comes in really handy. Good luck to all of our golfers on Sunday who are heading to the links to support the TKE Men's Club and Camp Jenny. Have a great day and happy golfing, and thunderstorms stay away. Shabbat morning Torah study continues tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock this week. It is on Zoom, and you can always find information on the TKE website. After the service, take your prayer books back out to the cart and join us for what should be a wonderful Oneg Shabbat in the social hall. You're hovering. What have I forgotten?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely nothing. We'll finish with Kiddush Motzi.
Okay. Okay. Oh, no, we have.
Yeah, we're on.
We're done. Okay. Wait. So tomorrow starts the month of Elul. We are moving, it is Rosh Chodesh. We are moving to the high holidays. We have one more reading for the month of Elul. Where's Lenny? Come on. Come on. These folks want to get to the Oneg. Come on. We're going to bless the new month, and we're going to go to the Oneg.
Tomorrow is Rosh Chodesh Elul, and we begin our spiritual preparations for the High Holy Days. The month of Elul is a time for reflecting on our spiritual life. As the month unfolds, Jewish tradition urges us to conduct a truly honest appraisal of the way in which we have used God's gift of life during the past year. Whom have we helped? Whom have we hurt? Before we can ask the Holy One for forgiveness, we must ask those we have hurt to forgive us. Before we ask the Shekhinah to forgive us, we must forgive ourselves.
May it be your will, Eternal One, to help.
Keep going.
To help me search my heart. Help me to feel the ways in which I can make life more blessed. Help me to see the changes I must make in my life to add to my sense of joy and well-being. Give me the courage and the strength to be honest with myself without weakness, and help me to embrace my strengths. Amen.
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 Thank you.
Please rise for Kiddush and Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, borei peri hagafen.
L'chaim.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread.
Thanks, God.
Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Goodies in the social hall. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.